But of course, earlier we were talking about the success of AEW, and they just recently sold out their second pay per view event, All Out, in about
Yeah.
15 minutes. And I got on the internet kind of shit themselves and clapping their hands in praise for AEW. But this is my problem with the AEW fan base is that I think they're getting way too much praise. Like I put it like this: so AEW has sold out their second arena show of the year months in advance, which is great. But then you look at WWE; they've already done 3 stadium shows this year. They've done international tours. They've got 2 weekly TV shows. They've got the house show business. Yet they're not getting applauded. So I think that WWE is over criticized while AEW is getting overpraised.
I think considering the quality of WWE's product, I think they're fairly criticized because it's not been inspired at all. But WWE's also been around for decades and decades. AEW is just starting out, and the buzz that you get from selling out shows is, especially consecutive big shows like that, because Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen, it's really hard for us to even tell what those numbers are. I know there are a lot of people that are saying, oh, why don't you report that Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen aren't doing great? And I'm like, well, because we don't know. AEW doesn't send us press releases when things don't sell out. They send us press releases when things do sell out. That's how we get that number confirmed. I think they probably should have tried to run United Center or Allstate. Maybe they did because that one sold out so quick. But WWE's not selling out a ton of shows. Their money is in their rights deal, and so much of their TV is uninspired. That's why they get the criticism and all that. I mean, their stock hasn't been hot lately. I mean, you look at WWE stock, and it hit a couple months ago. It hit like 100. Now it's down to like 75, and it's rebounded a little bit. I think over the past month, maybe it's like came up from 72 to 75, but it's hard to praise WWE when we've seen how much better WWE can be from at least a live event standpoint, from a television number standpoint, from a TV quality standpoint, and now from a financial standpoint. We know that they can be better in all of these areas, and I think that's why they get the criticism. If this were an upstart promotion, WWE, and they just started, I feel like they probably wouldn't get that criticism. They'd probably have the groundswell of support. But because AEW is something different, I think that's why they have so much of that support and are, I don't want to say exempt from criticism, but largely don't get as much as anybody else. Because quite frankly, there's not as much subject matter to criticize yet. We don't know what we're criticizing to some degree.